Welcome back to Pilates Fusion. If you've been following along with me, I've been releasing a Pilates Fusion every Wednesday, and this is week 3. If you haven't, it doesn't matter, they're not running in a way that you need to follow them in sequence. It's just that the exercises vary in each routine. So each week those people who are joining me will continue to improve and develop on their skills, strength and ability in the class. So join me now. You will need a mat, a bottle of water, you might need a small towel which you can use to support your lower back and your hips in lying exercises if you need to, but you can also use that to dab you down if you get a little bit hot throughout the routine. This is an hour of restorative you time. It's a time where you can switch off from everything else, from work, daily life, jobs and to-do lists, and just have a time to work on your own mind and body together, and work on the strength of your body, your flexibility, the length of your muscles, and your overall sense of well-being. That's what Pilates Fusion gives you. So we fuse together Pilates, yoga and ballet. And when you're ready, you will ideally be barefoot. If you have any problems with that, then you can wear socks. I'm wearing socks you will see in today's routine because I had a little cut on my foot, so I'm just keeping my socks on at the moment, but they're nice and grippy socks. That's what you want if you are going to wear them. Okay, let's get started. Now first of all, let's start with our heels together and feet turned out into ballet first position. So when you do that, you feel all the muscles in the back of your legs engage through your thighs and into your glutes. And now turn your tailbone down toward the floor. So imagine your pelvic bowl is full to the brim with water. And if you were to slightly tip forward, that water would come spilling out. And the same if you were to go backwards. And we want to hold on to every drop of water in this bowl. So we can imagine our pelvis as the bowl. And bring your arms into lower first position from ballet. And as we do that, we gently squeeze the shoulder blades together a little, pinching them together and opening up our chest. So straight away we feel lighter and taller. And join me now to close your eyes. With your eyes closed, your body is going to sway a little, and that's completely normal. But we will try to center ourselves so that we have no pressure points in the heels or the soles of the feet. Now, engage your core by lifting up and in on your pelvic floor muscles and drawing back and in on your abdominal muscles. We're waking up the center of the body, the powerhouse center, where all of your movement stems from, right there in your core. And now as you breathe, breathe with purpose. A purposeful breath that comes in through your nose, down through your chest and all the way into your pelvic bowl. And exhale through a slightly open mouth. And with each breath you're clearing your mind, clearing the heaviness, the fog of the day away. And you're aware of your ankles being stacked directly under your knees under your hips under your shoulders, and your ears floating above your shoulders. And now open your eyes and focus forward and drop your arms and relax them by your sides or slightly in front of your legs. And now I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my body positioning on this one. We're going to drop our chins to our chest and slowly roll down through your spine towards your legs. Continuing to pull your belly button up towards your spine. And as you get toward the floor, just stop when you feel a big stretch in your hamstrings. And let your body just hang. And as you breathe with purpose, your body sinks deeper into this gentle stretch. It's a really natural fall forward and a stretch through the back of the legs. And now we reverse that by rolling up slowly, as if you were lifting a string of pearls. So you slowly stack each vertebrae of the spine, gently stretching out through the whole length of your body. And when you get to the top, just drop your shoulders back into their neutral position, lift your chin, stand tall. long neck. Should we do that again? Let your arms just hang in front of you and slowly roll down. Just take your time because there's no hurry right now. We're in no rush at all. In fact, when we go slow, it gives us more of an opportunity to tune into how our body feels in the stretch. Just let your head and your arms hang. Let the weight of them fall forward. And reverse. Slow lift. You're going to feel that stretch all the way through your spine, up into the top of your back. Drop your shoulders, stand tall. And then take your palms facing forward. And this is going to require a little bit of balance. If you're wobbly, don't worry, just pop your toe down on the floor. So I'm going to bring the knee up. I'm going to open the hip, out and in, and out and in. And if you're a bit wobbly, just put your big toe on the floor. So sometimes I'm really wobbly. It really depends, I think, on what you've been doing that day. If you've been moving pretty fast that day, then your balance can be quite bad later on if you come to do this at the end of the day. Sometimes when you start the day, your balance is at its best because you haven't gone off kilter at all yet. You've just got up, you're fresh and you're ready to go. But most of us, I think, are doing this routine at the end of our day right now. So there, if you feel pretty stable, you can keep the toe off the floor, and we are bringing some good warmth into our hips right now, so really turning out the knee. And can we do that on the other side? Pull up tall and bring up the knee. You might find you get some clinking, clunking going on, some clicking in the hips, and if that's so, then we might want to do a lower hip roll. See how it feels. It's just really adjusting it to suit yourself. But do bring in some good breaths. And remember, put the toe down if you're wobbling. We're just bringing heat and warmth right into those hips. We're going to use the joints of the hips today. We're going to work on their strength and we're going to work on lengthening the muscles that support them. Now bring your heels together, bring your arms into lower first and breathe in, and as you do, reach, 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 reach and breathe out to the side. Oh, that feels so good. Stretching through your obliques. Now keep your body up tall and just get that big stretch up and over the top and take it around. And let's do that on the other side. Breathe in, reach up and breathe out over. Now can we get that pull up over, coming up from the chest right there, and then over to the side and exhale. Now just give some breath to that stretch. It's amazing how restorative just stretching feels. It feels so good. When you don't think to do it, sometimes your body can get concertinaed up and everything gets shortened. But when we remind ourselves to stretch out like this, it just feels so good, lengthening all of the muscles. And can we do it one more time, back on through the side. So we breathe in and we lift and lift and lift up through the core and we breathe out. Good. Okay. So now let's bring our arms all the way up into ballet first with our thumbs tucked inside. And I'm going to do all of this part of the routine in a releve. So I'm going to lift up and that's going to activate the lower leg muscles and up into the glutes. If you feel that's too hard, then you can do all of what I'm about to do on a flat foot. So I'm going to plie with knees turned out and lift. Plie. Now you're going to drop your shoulders over your hips, squeeze in those abs, and your plie is going to be as low as you want to go. You can do a demi-plie, you can do a full plie, up to you. Now really tighten up on the inner thighs and on your glutes. Can you do two more for me? Plie, right up on those toes if you can, and one more. Hold it down. Now a little pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Can we squeeze up at the top really tall? So it's really tight in the bum muscles right now. Now come down, now pull your knees backward. I always call this the funky chicken, but that's not its real name. Pull the knees back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lift. We're going to go again. Are you still in releve? I have not put my feet down, so I don't want you to either if you can manage it. 1, 2, heels together, toes out. 3, we can always adjust that if we feel like we've turned our toes in. 4, tailbone down to the floor, so you're not sticking your bum out behind you. We don't want any sitting ducks. Tuck those hips under. Can you do one more for me? 8, stay down. Now pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, stay up. Are your thighs burning yet? Yeah, me too. Come on down, hold it, pull the knees back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lift. And heels down. Woo, yes. Let's go out into second position. Turn out those toes. Okay, squeeze in those glutes. You get out what you put in, so if you really push yourself, you're going to get results. Pull up onto the toes. We are back in releve for a second position plie. 1, 2, again, no sitting ducks. Tuck the tailbone down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 more. Push nice and low. Stay down and pulse. 2, 3, eyes forward. 5, 6, 7, 8, and lift. Still in releve. Haven't dropped the heels. Pulling up tall. Take it down. Pull the knees back. Back in the funky chicken. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lift. We're going to go for one final set. Come on, you've got this. Arms in second, remember. 2. How's your heart rate? Mine's lifted right up. I feel like I'm doing a cardio workout. It's amazing how the controlled exercises really work you aerobically as well as anaerobically. 2 more. Hold it low. Come on, push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're up in releve. We're ready to go for those funky chickens. 8 more. Take it low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift. Heels down. Closing first. Plie. You made it. Well done. That's your first ballet exercise today. Okay, we're going to move into a Pilates exercise now. So this is a shoulder strengthening exercise. I'm back in my plie position. Tailbone's down again. I'll show you that from the side. Tailbone down. Shoulders low. Flat on your back even with the shoulders. Bring your thumbs in like this. And we do an under-over press. Now when you're pushing here, it's as if you're pushing through mud with your hands. Imagine you had your arms in mud and you were trying to push your arms over, under, over. So you've got that resistance and you're creating the resistance there. Nice deep breaths. You can hear my breathing. Now as I'm doing it, I've got lots of other things going on because I'm lifting up my pelvic floor. I'm drawing in on the abs. I'm also remembering to breathe properly. Full breaths. Create a resistance, and that resistance pulling through from the shoulders. We've got a static, no movement in the core, so this is a great little ab routine as well. Now we're going to swap this up to shoulder height. Come with me on that. Now I feel like I could go lower on the legs. What about you? Push down a bit. And breathe. You always hear my really purposeful breath. I do that on purpose. In Pilates, using your breathing is really key to getting the most out of the exercises. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go overhead. And when we change the angles on the arms, it works different muscles through your back. Now don't forget you're pushing through resistance. Arms in mud. That's a really good way to describe it. So you don't let your arms get too relaxed. And 4, 3, 2, 1, stand. Stretch. Shake. Okay, we're going to do it one more time. Now, on the other side, you can just face the camera, by the way, you don't need to keep turning. I'm doing that because I want to make sure you can see the positioning of my body and so that you can get your technique the best you can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a bit different with the legs to change it up, but the arms are going to be the same. So I'm back in plie position, tailbone down, yeah? So we're holding on to that bowl full of water, remember me saying about that? Now on this side, I'm going to go down with a pulse low. So it's under over shoulder press again. But I'm doing a ballistic bounce, so it's very soft on the knees. I'm pushing through mud. This is a really good arm toning exercise as well. So many things going on this one. Legs, core, arms, shoulders, back. I love that about Pilates, it just works your whole body. No part of your body is relaxed. With Pilates exercises, your whole body works together. And let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff, hold it still. Now come up with the shoulder height, push through mud, keep that little fixed bend on your elbow, it doesn't change. Now let's go with a dynamic movement. So we go low and high, and low and high. Get as low as you can without bending your back. Low and high, and low and high. Give me 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Overhead, and breathe. Now you've done so good. All I want you to do on this last part now don't bring any tension in your neck, keep the resistance through from the top of the shoulders, is just get as low as you can in your plie. That's all I want you to do. Low as you possibly can. Go on, tiny bit lower. Come on, tiny bit lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. Oh, good work. Harder than it looks, that one, isn't it? Okay, shake off the legs. Next thing we're going to do is an extended toe tap from Pilates. So you're going to point a big toe behind you. Again, I might stand on a diagonal line so you can see me good. Point a big toe, turn your tailbone down, bring up the same arm as the back leg with your palm facing forward. Now on the inhale, we're going to draw both the arm and leg back like this. And as we do that, our lower back squeezes and shortens and contracts, shortens at the back. Breathe in. As we exhale, see, really sharp. It's a really good stress reliever as well. So it goes, inhale, and bring the hand and the toe as close together as you can, and squeeze. So two big things happen here. We lengthen through the front, then we shorten and tighten on the exhale. So a good one for working the full length of your abs. Let's go. Should we go for 10? We'll do 10. If you're feeling really wobbly with it, then you're just going to keep putting your toe back down at the back to steady you, but don't put weight on the back foot. The weight's on the front foot. Here we go. Good work. Just got wobbly on the last one. What about you? Did you keep your balance? It is one of those where you do need to really focus. You can't lose concentration. Let's do the extended toe tap on the other side. Okay, big toe down. Draw in on these abs, squeeze them in, lift it up, breathe in. Keep the shoulders down. Focus on shortening the abs at the front. Well done, 10, close, plie at the front. Okay, let's bring in some yoga now. So we'll do our warrior pose. So you can do this on your mat. I'm going to do it in front of the mat because I think it helps you to see my foot position when I'm on the white floor, but you could do it on your mat if you prefer. So I'm going to take one foot forward and one foot pointing out to the side. I'm going to take the hips and the shoulders square to the front and take your arms up. Lengthen out your arms. And on the breath in, we're going to bend this knee. And on the breath out, we're going to turn the head and we're going to follow the fingertips. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now this is your warrior pose. Now I'm going to slide down, get nice and low in this pose. You're going to keep your shoulders square to the front. Your belly button facing forward, not side toward the bent knee. Now this is the warrior pose, so it says it all. It's strong, it's focused, the whole body's engaged, your arms are long. Make sure your back arm's as high as your front arm. You're pushing into your bent knee at the front. You feel that in your hips? I said we were going to work on the hips today, didn't I? And if you want to make it a bit more of a challenge, then you're going to really drop down on this back hip. Okay, and now breathe in, bring your arms up, link your fingers together. Breathe out, pull back into reverse warrior. So we're pushing forward, pulling up and pulling back at the same time. And look up on that diagonal line. Just enjoy that feeling of reaching upward and pushing forward. Give oxygen, give energy to your body. And open your arms. Lift tall. Swap your feet for the other side. So now you've got the other foot facing forward, this foot facing the side. You've not let your hips turn. You're going to square them up to the front with your shoulders. And from your hip bones to your shoulders, the torso is long. We're lengthening out. Bring the arms up, keep the shoulders down, put the arms long. Breathe in, knee bend, breathe out, head turn. Are you ready? Let's go for warrior pose. Breathe in. Now you can just slide that back foot out and get nice and low into that warrior pose. Open your chest, pull your back shoulder back and try and get your fingers nice and high so they're in line with the front fingers. Connect your mind and body, so just have a think to yourself, what muscles now feel long? What muscles feel engaged? Where in my body right now do I feel heat? Everywhere if you're building up a sweat, but you know what I mean. Which muscles are hot because they're engaged and they're working? And now take your arms up, link your fingers up at the top, press your palms upwards, pull back with that back elbow over the straight leg, look up on the diagonal line past the front bent elbow. And now 3 big things happening here, pushing forward, pulling up, pulling back. And opening the arms, coming in with toes, heels, bringing the arms down. And a plie to finish that section there. Okay, have a little sip of your water. So we're heading down to the mat in stages. First up, the downward dog. So, take your fingertips pointing to the short edge of your mat and your feet back out away from your hips, so they're not directly under your hips. Keep your neck in line with your spine. And now what I want you to do is push your heels downward without bending your knees if you can. And you're going to look under your left armpit. You're going to look under and back towards your hip. And then come back to centre. And then you're going to look under your right armpit, back towards your hip. And then back to centre. And keep your neck out in line with your spine. Nice breaths. Long arms. I'm going to do that one more time. We're going to look under that left armpit again. And back to centre. And then onto the right armpit. And back to centre. And then we're just going to bring the feet together at the back of the mat and come into plank position. And hold. Keep your neck out in line with your spine. Squeezing in the abs. 4, 3, 2, 1. And push out, back up into downward dog. Heels down. And then walk your hands and feet together, but don't have your feet touching. So your ankles are under your hips. And from the floor, bent knees here, we're going to slide along the legs. And we're into chair pose. So we're pushing the hips downwards, don't let the heels touch. Arms in line with your ears, squeezing in your abs. And then bring your hands into namaste at heart position. And then we're going to turn, rotate the torso so that your elbow touches the opposite knee. I'm going to look back toward the other elbow. And then we're going to take the hand down to the ankle, palm facing up. I'm going to reach the other arm up long and straight, and we're going to look through the length of the arm up to the fingertips. Hold that chair pose nice and low, and come back to the heart in centre. And scoop along the legs on a breath in, back up into chair pose, nice straight spine. Push down as if you're sitting on a child's chair. Now we're feeling those thighs working, right? And then come back down to your chest in namaste again. And then we're going to turn to the other leg, elbow to the side of the knee. And we're looking back at the top elbow. And then we're going to take the hand down to the ankle, palm facing up. Take the other arm up high and look back at the fingertips, reaching there. And then come back to your heart and take your hands to the floor. Your knees are still bent. Take your feet back out. You're back into downward dog pose. And hold. Lengthen out into the legs. 3, 2, 1. Come down onto your elbows so that you're in dolphin. And hold here. Straight legs behind. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands back up, back into downward dog. Take your feet together at the back of the mat. Take your body down into a nice straight line. Now bend your elbows and lower yourself slowly down to the floor. Good stuff. Take your legs long behind you. Now take your palms facing up by your sides. And we're going to do the Pilates shoulder shrug. So we're going to press the pelvis down. Shoulders lift, body lifts. Shoulders lower, body lowers. So now it's a rotation. Breathe in, shoulders lift, body lifts. Breathe out, shoulders squeeze together and drop, and body lowers. And again, breathe in, shoulders, breathe out. And try and get a really flowing movement here with the breath. Flow through. And shoulders lift, shoulders lower. And one more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Well done. And then we'll pop the hands into the side of the chest and we'll just push over and we're going to roll over to lie on our backs now. Okay, so now we're lying on our backs. We're going to start off by doing a scissor. So what we want to do is lift the legs and flex the heels. And this is the Pilates scissor, so I'm going to draw my belly button right back into my spine. And if you do a high scissor, it's going to be easier. And if you do a low scissor, it's going to be harder. So it's up and down motion like that. Okay? And we're going to do 10 of those. So you're going to lower it until you feel like your abs are contracted, and then you're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And feet down and rest. Okay, good stuff. Now take your arms overhead and we're going to do the circle aura exercise. Now this is one of my favourites because I really like the visualisation as you do it. So as you breathe in, you scoop your arms around by your sides and you lift up to the ankle and you lift on diagonal line, and it's as if you're circling in all the good energy around you. So it's called the circle aura. We circle in the good energy and we lower it back down. So we breathe all that good energy in, we lift to the other ankle and we release. Let's go for 10. Circle and lower. And this is really good for shoulder movement as well, so it improves the range of movement in your shoulders and strengthens right there in the shoulder joints. So it's a really nice one for that. And when we lift, we really try and squeeze up through the abs. Get those shoulder blades off the floor, but without doing the pull up in the neck. We don't want the pull up in the neck at all. Squeeze up at the top. Nice flowing breath with this. I've completely lost count. Have you done 10 yet? I always do this, don't I? Everybody in class, lose count, make you do a few extras. Why not? And we'll do one more. Hey, one more for good luck. Good work. Okay. And bring your legs in. Now give your legs a nice hug. Bring your chest up to your knees. Okay, let's do some leg extensions. So we've got our chest up at our knees and we're going to go breathe in for 2, breathe out for 2, breathe in for 2, breathe. How high is that chest? Come on, get your chest off the floor. Breathe in for 2, breathe out for 2. 2 more. In for 2 and out for 2. And one more time. Now really squeeze that knee to chest, pull up a little bit higher, one more, out for 2, good work, okay. And now take your body long and go into a full yoga stretch, full body stretch from your fingertips down to your toes. How long can you make your body? Really stretch it out. Come on, pull those arms up out your shoulders, pull your legs out away from your hips. Stretch your body as long as it will go. And now let's increase that stretch down the left side. So your left leg gets an inch longer than your right. And your left fingers pull up and away from the right fingers. And now let's do that on the other side. We'll increase the stretch down the right side. So the right leg's a bit longer. And the right arm's a bit longer. And we really, really lengthen the whole body. And 3, 2, 1, let go. Well done. Okay, let's do the Pilates 100. You can do this with your feet on the floor. You can do it with your legs at a right angle. I'm going to let you choose. This is a bit harder, with your feet up. Now we're going to come up, pulling up through the abs. Now with this one, there is some technique that's important. When you're up, you mustn't just pulse, pulse, pulse. We're actually keeping the body completely still, static and locked in on the core, and the hands only are going to do the pulsing motion. If you feel pressure in your neck, lower your head, let it rest. If you just want to keep your neck moving, you can turn your neck occasionally. It's just so your neck doesn't get locked, because 100 beats can get tight on the neck. So if you need to, pop your head down. See how you feel. So, up we come. We're squeezing up as high as we can in the abs, and we breathe in for 5 pulses, and out for 5 pulses. And in for 5, and out for 5. In for 5, out for 5. In for 5, and out. Can you pull up a bit higher? In for 5, squeeze it up at the top, out for 5. Halfway there, and pull up, and out with the breath. And squeeze those abs. And out, pulse with just the hands, and in for 5, and out for 5. 2 more sets. In for 5, and out for 5. Last set. In for 5, and out for 5. And lower. Ooh, and when you come down on the Pilates 100, that is when you know you've worked. You feel like, oh, my abs went tight there, and now I've let them out, I've let them be free again. So we're going to stay on the abs for this next exercise. Now what I love about Pilates is that it does exercises that are functional. So your body in life doesn't just move up and down, side to side. Your body moves in rotation, it moves in every direction. So in Pilates, we're strengthening your body in those same movement patterns that you use in everyday life. And this exercise is exactly that. This is called the write your name. So 2 levels. Hips on the floor, they don't move. Your leg is as long as it will go. You use your big toe to write your full name on the roof. And your big toe is the marker pen. And you're writing your name in capital letters without rotating your spine. Now for some people that will feel not challenging enough. So you're going to do a single leg bridge with your hips as high as you can go. And you're going to write your name up here on the roof in capital letters in bridge, in single leg bridge. So choose your level. Are you ready? And off you go. So you've got the hips down, no rotation in the spine. You're writing your full name with a long leg and a big toe. Is the marker pen. Here's the single leg bridge version. This one's a real challenge. Works your whole body. Well done. And when you've finished, lower your hips and bring your knee in and give it a hug. And just take a few deep breaths. And if you've got a short name, don't cheat. Write your name twice if you've got a short name. Okay, should we do this on the other leg? Now on the other side, lengthening out again, trying not to have a bend in that knee, pointing the toe up to the ceiling. Not going to move the hips, we're going to keep them really still. Up in bridge if you want, off we go. Now this time, to make it a bit more fun, let's write the name of somebody that we love. So in big letters on the roof, you're writing the name of someone that you love. Anybody, just for a bit of fun, to make it a bit different. Squeezing in those abs at the top if you're up in that bridge. And when you've done it, lower your hips, bring your knee in and give it a hug there. Okay, and then we'll pop the foot down and we'll drop over to the side. Okay, so in our Pilates routine so far, we have done an oblique raise. And on our last session, we did a full part plank routine. I always like to do something specifically to target your waist. And this exercise today is no different. It's another waist targeting exercise. It's a side plank, with which there are many variations, and we're going to add in a rotation today. So here's how it's going to look. If you're on the side of the foot, you're lifting your hips up, you're not letting them sag down, and you're reaching up and lifting your weight up into these fingertips overhead. You're then going to add a rotate under and take your head with the rotation. Now if that feels too hard, you can do it on your hand instead, and you can do it on the side of your knees. So please pick a level. Toes, hands, knees, whichever you choose. And the rotation starts now. We look back at the fingers for 8. Lift, 7. And 6. So that's the speed. and 5 and 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, well done. And let's take it onto the other side. So I did a few at 2 different levels there to give you a few options. Do the same on this side. So I'm going to start with that full side plank, squeezing up on the abs and on the obliques and your lower back. And that rotation, look back at the fingers. Let's do 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more, 8, and lower. Well done. Okay, and now we'll come, oh actually, I nearly forgot something. We're going to do our leg extension set today. So we're going to lie down on our sides. We're going to rest the head on the hand. We're going to flex the heel. We're going to pop the other hand in front of your chest. Now lift the leg, breathe in, and bring the foot forward. Breathe out, 2 breaths out. Breathe in center, breathe out back. And breathe in. Exhale, inhale center, exhale back. And when you do that, we're not going to move the chest, we're going to keep it still. Inhale 1, double exhale for 2. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale, double exhale. Inhale center, exhale back. Twice more through. So it's very controlled on the leg. When we come to the front, that really works into the abs. Push that foot right forward. One more time. Inhale. Double exhale. Inhale center. Exhale back. Now bring the foot here. It's hovering over the bottom foot. I'm going to do the Pilates rainbow. So it goes behind, in front. Behind, in front. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now can you hold it hovering off of the other foot and your heel's still really flexed, because that's going to make these outer thigh muscles work. They're already challenged just holding this position right here. Now bring your toe up to the sky, turn your toe up to the sky and back to the front toward the camera and lift, lower, 2, 3, so it's a rotation, 4. This works into those small muscles, not the big compound muscles, but the really little muscles that hold everything together. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, nice. You can rest that leg, and then you can just switch yourself over to do leg extension set on the other side. So just rest the head on the hand there. Now I didn't say on the other side, but if you wanted to make it more challenging, you could not put your hand in front of your chest. You could have your hand up here with your elbow pointing upward. That's just going to increase the challenge because your core will have to work harder to hold you steady. So here we go. Breathe in, double exhale. Inhale center, exhale back. Inhale. Nice straight leg with that flexed ankle. Should we do 2 more sets? Lift, double exhale. Inhale, exhale back, and let's do 1 more then. 1, double exhale. Inhale, exhale back. Well done. Okay, let's do our rainbow. So really long and strong on this leg. I mean, this leg should feel pretty firm now if you to touch it, because you've got that heel flex, so everything's locked in. And you're pushing your pelvis forward a little, and we go behind, in front. The Pilates rainbow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and hold it. So again, your toes pointing forward right now, and then we're going to point it up to the roof. So we're going to rotate that leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well done, and relax that leg down. Okay, let's stick with the legs and we'll incorporate some chest work as well. So we're going to come to the front. We're going to do our donkey kicks into side leg lift. So we're going to have our hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, drawing up on the abs to create a flat back. Lift the foot, flex the heel, press your footprint onto the roof without dipping your lower back too much. So it goes, we'll do 2 sets of 8. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now bring that knee in, take it out to the side, really open up on the hip, but keep your shoulders square to the floor. Pull up for 2 sets of 8 again with the knee, high. 1, 2, high. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, knee down. Okay, nice. So we're feeling that heat in the legs there. Now make sure there's not too much weight pushing into the shoulders right now. Lift up the other foot, flex that heel, and 16 again. Now squeeze in those abs as you pulse up. 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2 sets of 16, lovely. Let's take it to the side. Open up that knee, pull it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Knee down. Well done. Okay, so we're going to do a set of slow press-ups now. Do your press-ups in a box on your knees. Do them in a modified press-up with your ankles crossed behind you, or do them in a full press-up on your toes. Choose a level now, and we're going to do a slow press-up for 16. So here we go. I'm going to just do a mixture of the 3 level options for you, so you can always check on, see what I'm doing if you want some different options. So it goes down, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3. So it's down, 2, 3, lift, 2, 3. Down, nice and slow, up with the lift. You just want to check on technique. If you're not quite sure on technique, have a look at me. You'll see my nose comes down toward the mat, my elbows go out to the side. And 4, and lift. Okay, so I've done a few in a box. On rep 5, I'm going to go up to a modified press up. You can choose, you don't have to do this. So this makes it a bit more of a challenge. On rep 6, and lift. Now squeezing in those abs. And breathe in on the way down, and breathe out on the way up. And that's going to really actually help you a lot with the lift out. So that's 8 done. And rep 9, we're going to be feeling like this is getting super challenging, but that doesn't mean we're going to stop. No, we're going to get to the end. Are you with me? 10. And lift. So then you could do some full press ups on rep 11. And down, 2, 3. Lift, 2, 3. And down, 2, 3. And lift, 2, 3. So that's 12 done. Down, 2, 3. 13. We've got 3 to go. Can you do it? And are you still keeping this slow pace? Well done if you are, because it is really challenging. That's 14. And 15. Down, 2, 3. And lift. Okay, you've got one more in there. Let's give it rep 16. Down, 2, 3. And lift, 2, 3. Amazing. Well done for your hard work. Now sit back on your legs. Stretch your fingers out in front, and let's use our yoga recovery position to take a moment and take a breath. Rest your head between your arms. So you notice in all of the exercises we do that it's very controlled, and those press-ups there are really controlled lower and lift, giving your muscles a chance to really engage, and you get to really feel what's happening there. Now took a nice deep breath there, and then what we're going to do is we're going to alter this stretch and recovery position to bring the toes together. Turn your knees out, toes still touching, and sit your body between your legs again. Rest your body here, close your eyes if you want to, and that's going to improve the stretch for your hips. So working into those hip flexors. Okay, and we're going to bring ourselves around to seated now. Okay, if you're comfortable to do this, we're going to lift up one foot, we're going to rest it on the top of the other leg. If you don't feel comfortable, you can just have your legs crossed in front of you. So we've got one ankle across the other knee, and straight away you're going to feel a big stretch there through your glutes underneath. Then we're going to bring the hands together into Namaste, and we're just going to hinge forward at the hips, as low as you can comfortably go. If this is uncomfortable, cross your legs normally and hinge forward at the hips and stretch there. You'll still get a glute stretch, it just won't be quite as deep. I'm going to hold that for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. That's one of my daughter's favourite stretches. I've got a 5-year-old and she loves that one. So I thought I'll pop that in for her today in particular. She's better at it than I am. So now we're going to do this on the other side. We're going to cross the ankle over the knee, and then we're going to bring the hands together, and we're going to lower. Again, until you feel a great glute stretch. Try not to round your spine. We're going to keep the spine long and hinge forward at the hips. Give some deep breaths into this stretch. Well done, and sit up tall there. Okay, so now we bring the soles of our feet close together, and we'll bring them in right towards the pelvis, as close as you comfortably can get. And we're going to not press with the hands, but just use the energy of our own body to press your knees downward and sit tall. So your knees are pushing down to the floor and they're staying pushing down. Keep the tension out of your shoulders. Keep your spine long. 4, 3, 2, release. Good job. And then slide your legs out. And then we're going to cross one ankle on the top of the other. And we're going to breathe in, take the arms up. And breathe out, hinge forward at the hips and bring your body down toward the top leg with your arms staying in line with your ears, not dropping in front. Can you push a little bit lower? Don't do anything that hurts. But just go low enough that you're really working into improving your flexibility. And take those arms up and down, big stretch overhead. And then on the other side, cross the ankle over the top of the other. And then we'll take the arms up in line with the ears, hinge forward from the hips. Breathe into this stretch, don't hold your breath. And lift. And then you're going to slide up one foot. I'll do this on a diagonal line so you can see what I'm doing. Slide up one foot. Take the other arm across the opposite arm, palm facing up. Cross that knee. Take your other hand behind your hips and turn your shoulders as far round as you can get, and your neck is long and your spine is long and you're sitting tall. And you just take a nice deep and purposeful breath and become aware you feel this stretch through your back. And then slide that leg down and lift up the other leg. Sit tall, take the opposite arm over, palm facing up, and turn those shoulders. Big rotation round on the shoulders there. Really nice throughout the whole length of your spine. And lower. And come back to sit round to the front with me. You can have your legs out or curled up underneath you, however's comfortable. And now what I want you to do is wrap your arms around yourself tightly, giving yourself a big hug so your fingertips almost touch around the back. And now tuck your chin inside this hug. And breathe with purpose into the hug. Now, in the absence of a real hug from a friend or a family member, this is a very nice second best. Giving yourself a hug. As you breathe in and out, you feel your back expanding in your hands. Close your eyes and tuck your chin inside the hug for a moment. And then rest your arms. And a little shrug on your shoulders. And then a shoulder roll, big rotation. Okay everybody, that's where I'm going to stop and get you to pause your video camera, have a drink of your water, and then restart on either Relaxation 1 or Relaxation 2. They're both on my YouTube channel, which is where you're at right now watching this routine. So find Relaxation 1 or Relaxation 2, and that's how you're going to end your Pilates Fusion class with me today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next chapter.